Why NASA stopped exploring the ocean. The untold truth behind NASA's deep-sea mystery. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, better known as NASA, is famous for its incredible missions to space. From landing humans on the Moon to sending rovers to Mars and exploring distant galaxies, NASA's achievements are legendary. But what many people don't know is that NASA wasn't always focused solely on space. In fact, before they became known as the Space Agency, NASA was deeply involved in ocean exploration. And here I guess where the mystery begins, because one question continues to puzzle millions of people around the world. Why did NASA stop exploring the ocean? Let's dive into the truth behind this fascinating and somewhat eerie mystery. NASA's forgotten connection with the ocean. Before NASA became the space exploration giant we know today, it had strong roots in Earth and ocean research. During the 1950s and 1960s, NASA worked closely with the U.S. Navy and oceanographic institutions to study the Earth's atmosphere, climate, and ocean systems. NASA's satellites were designed not just to explore outer space, but to observe our planet from above. Tracking ocean currents, mapping the sea floor, and understanding how our planet's water systems work. Even today, NASA operates ocean-observing satellites like Aqua, Terra, and Jason 3 that monitor sea levels, temperatures, and marine life. But back in the early years, NASA scientists were doing more than just watching the oceans. They were sending exploration equipment deep below the surface. The deep sea. Earth's final frontier. The deep ocean is one of the most mysterious places on Earth. It's estimated that over 80% of our oceans remain unexplored. The Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth, descends nearly 11 kilometers, deeper than Mount Everest is tall. At those depths, sunlight never reaches, temperatures drop near freezing, and the pressure is crushing. NASA's scientists became fascinated by this alien-like environment because it shared similarities with outer space. Both are extreme, hostile, and largely unknown. For astronauts training for future space missions, NASA used deep underwater environments to simulate space-like conditions. The neutral buoyancy underwater helped astronauts practice moving in low gravity. That's why NASA built facilities like the Neutral Buoyancy Lab, a massive underwater training tank, to prepare astronauts for the International Space Station. So, it's clear NASA's interest in the ocean wasn't random. But if the ocean was so important for science and training, why did they stop exploring it? The shift from the ocean to space. The official explanation is simple. NASA's mission changed. After the success of early underwater projects and satellite ocean studies, NASA redirected its focus to space exploration during the Cold War space race. In the 1960s, the United States and the Soviet Union were competing fiercely to reach the Moon first. This intense political and scientific pressure pushed NASA to prioritize outer space over inner Earth. Funding was another major reason. Deep-sea exploration is extremely expensive, perhaps even more than space missions in some cases, because of the technological challenges of surviving under high pressure and total darkness. Space missions, on the other hand, captured the public imagination and gained far more government support. Thus, NASA gradually handed over much of its ocean research to other organizations like NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which now handles most marine exploration and monitoring. But even with this logical explanation, conspiracy theories started to grow. The conspiracy theories. Many people believe that NASA didn't just stop ocean exploration. They found something that made them stop. This theory became popular after online users noticed that NASA had once collaborated with deep-sea research programs and then suddenly shifted all focus to space. So, what could they have discovered that was so shocking? Some say NASA's deep-sea missions encountered strange, unidentified creatures, massive and intelligent forms of life that humans had never seen before. Others believe that mysterious signals were detected from the ocean floor, sounds or frequencies that didn't T-match any known marine source. One of the most famous examples is the bloop, a powerful underwater sound detected in 1997 in the Pacific Ocean. It was so loud that it was picked up by sensors over 5,000 kilometers apart. Scientists later said it was probably caused by ice movement, but others think it was something alive, something enormous. Then there's the theory that NASA found structures or technology hidden deep under the ocean, possibly remnants of an ancient civilization, or even extraterrestrial origins. While none of these theories have solid proof, the fact that NASA remains silent about their early ocean missions only fuels more curiosity. What NASA actually says. NASA has addressed this mystery many times. The truth, according to the agency, is that they never truly stopped exploring the ocean. They simply changed how they explore it. Instead of sending submarines into the depths, NASA now uses satellite technology to study the ocean from space. Their Earth-observing satellites collect data on temperature, sea level, and pollution, helping scientists understand climate change and global water patterns. NASA also collaborates with NOAA and other marine research organizations on projects like PACE, Oceans Melting Greenland, OMG, and SWOT, which measure how oceans affect the Earth's climate system. So, while they aren't sending robots to the bottom of the sea anymore, NASA's ocean work continues, just in a different way. But that still doesn't stop people from asking, what if there's more to the story? The real reason might be closer to science fiction. There's another theory that's less mysterious but more scientific. Some NASA researchers believe that studying the deep ocean actually helps prepare us for space exploration. For example, the extreme environments in the deep sea resemble those found on icy moons like Europa and Enceladus, places where NASA believes alien life might exist beneath thick layers of ice. By understanding how life survives in the crushing darkness of our oceans, NASA can predict what kind of life might exist on those distant worlds. So, in a way, NASA didn't leave the ocean behind. They simply took what they learned from it and used it to explore the cosmos. The final truth. Why did NASA stop exploring the ocean? The truth seems to be a mix of science, budget, and mystery. Officially, NASA's mission changed. They passed ocean exploration duties to NOAA and focused on space because that where government funding and global interest were strongest. Unofficially, the ocean remains a place of secrets, a vast, unexplored frontier that still hides more mysteries than the Moon or Mars. Even today, over 80% of the ocean remains unmapped and unseen by human eyes. Who knows what lies beneath? New species, ancient civilizations, or something even more extraordinary? Perhaps NASA saw enough to realize that the greatest mysteries aren't just out there among the stars, but right here on our own planet, in the dark, silent world beneath the waves. In the end, maybe NASA didn't stop exploring the ocean because they lost interest. Maybe they stopped because they found exactly what they were looking for.